Hey, how's going guys? This is DG, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you are having a fantastic day. In this video I am going to discuss about top 6 games for low-end PCs. This games will run on 1 GB RAM and without any graphic card. But before we get started, if you are new on my channel, then please subscribe, like and also share this video with your friends. It means a lot for me. Now let's get started. On number 6 we have Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark is a survival horror video game series, originally developed by Infogrames. In most of the games, the player controls private investigator Edward Carnby, who goes to investigate a haunted mansion or town that is full of undead creatures. Edward Carnby is the main protagonist of the series, and is a private detective. In the first 3 games, he is depicted as a middle-aged private investigator during the 1920s. The new Nightmare depicts him as a younger adult in 2001. In the 2008 installment of the series, Carnby's appearance was drastically changed. He has been the main protagonist in every game to date, with the exception of the mini-game, Jack in the Dark, which instead features Grace Saunders, a character who appears in Alone in the Dark 2. He is also the main character in 2 movies loosely based upon the games. Now let's see the minimum requirements for this game. OS, Windows XP/Vista 32, 64-bit. Processor, Intel Pentium D2.6 GHz, AMD Athlon X2 3800+. Memory, 1 GB RAM. DirectX, version 9.0c. Storage, 9 GB available space. On number 5, we have Dirt 2. Dirt 2 is a racing video game developed and published by Codemasters in 2009, first for the Nintendo DS, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, Wii and Xbox 360, and then later for PC platforms, Windows, OS X. It is the first game in the series since McRae's death in 2007 and the last to feature his name in the title. Dirt 2 features 5 racing disciplines, all of which are playable offline, against AI bots when applicable, and online. In addition, 3 special modes are included. Colin McRae, Dirt 2 runs on an updated version of the Ego engine, which powered Codemasters' Race Driver, Grid as well. The engine features, most notably, an updated physics engine, which models realistic weight transfer during turning maneuvers. The format of the race is more similar to a multi-competitor time trial than to a traditional rally race. Now let's see the system requirements for this game. CPU, AMD Athlon 64X2, Pentium D3.0 GHz. RAM, 1 GB RAM. OS, Windows XP, Vista 7. Total video RAM, 128 MB. Free disk space, 10 GB HD space. On number 4 we have Two Worlds 2. Two Worlds 2 is an action role-playing game developed by Polish video game developer Reality Pump and published by Topware Interactive as a sequel to 2007's Two Worlds. It was released on November 9, 2010 in Europe for Microsoft Windows, Mac OS X, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Two Worlds 2 is a real-time role-playing game that takes place in an open fantasy world where players take the role of a single character with whom they can explore and undertake quests. From the beginning, players can customize the appearance of the protagonist, such as shape of face and body, and skin color. As is common in role-playing games, the player's character will level up by gaining experience points through completion of quests and defeating enemies. Much of the in-game world can be fully explored from the beginning, regardless of how much the player has progressed through the main story arc. Now let's see the system requirements for this game. OS, Windows 7, 8, 10. Processor, Intel or AMD dual-core processor, 2, 0 GHz, or better. Memory, 1 or 2 GB. DirectX, DirectX 10. Hard drive, 12 GB. On number 3 we have Red Faction. Red Faction, Guerrilla is a third-person shooter video game developed by Volition and published by THQ. It was released for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in June 2009 and for Microsoft Windows in September 2009. The game is the 3rd installment in the Red Faction series. A remastered version titled Red Faction, Guerrilla Remastered with improved graphics was released worldwide on July 3, 2018. For Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Red Faction: Guerrilla is a third-person shooter game set in an open-world environment. The player takes the role of Alec Mason as he assists the Red Faction to overthrow the oppressive Earth Defense Force (EDF) on Mars. Developer Volition changed the camera perspective to help the player see and appreciate the surroundings as they are destroyed. In many cases, destroying buildings will leave behind salvage, the game's form of currency, which can be used along with salvage rewarded by completing missions to unlock and upgrade weaponry and technology at safe houses. Now let's see the system requirements for this game. OS: Windows Vista/XP/7/8. Processor: 2.0 GHz dual-core processor. Memory: 1 GB RAM. Hard drive: 15 GB free hard drive space. On number 2 we have Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 is an action role-playing video game developed by BioWare and published by Electronic Arts. The third major entry in the Mass Effect series and the final installment of the original trilogy. It was released in March 2012 for Microsoft Windows, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. A Wii U version of the game, entitled Mass Effect 3 Special Edition, was later released in November 2012. Mass Effect 3 is set within an alternate version of the Milky Way galaxy in 2186, where galactic civilization is invaded by a highly advanced machine race of synthetic organic starships known as Reapers. It concludes the story of Commander Shepard, an elite human soldier who is tasked with forging alliances between species for the war. Mass Effect 3 is an action role-playing game in which the player takes control of Commander Shepard from a third-person perspective. Now let's see the system requirements for this game. Operating System: Windows 7. Processor: 1.8 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo. RAM: 1 or 2 GB RAM. Hard drive: 15 GB of free space. On number 1 we have Kane and Lynch: Dead Man. Kane and Lynch: Dead Man is a 2007 third-person shooter video game developed by IO Interactive and published by Eidos Interactive in North America and PAL regions, and Spike in Japan, for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Lynch carries a shotgun and a revolver as sidearm, while Kane carries an assault rifle and standard pistol, though it is possible to swap weapons. Additional weapons such as grenades, sniper rifles and carbines can be picked up, which can be swapped between allies. The player can take cover by standing next to a wall, and can blind fire. While having hired mercenaries, the player can issue orders such as follow, move to a specific position, or attack. Now let's see the system requirements for this game. CPU: Pentium 4/Athlon XP or better. RAM: 1 GB. OS: Windows XP, Windows Vista. Video card: 128 MB. So guys, these are top 6 PC games for your potato PC. If you have any problem regarding these games, then must comment below. So that is for today guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe my channel, and hit the bell icon, leave a like. Hope you guys enjoy my video. Stay home, stay safe, have a good day. Meet you guys in next video.
Oh, someday